Mami kwa homa so na be ne honorable Roxanne da fiama po enkonkode enkomo wono eye member at the Constitutional and Legal Affairs Committee MP and afi wojinamo at the South Dai constituency in the voter region. Honorable Anope, what you make? Good morning, Kessben FM Sini.
Yo, Speaker, Michia Anope, Michia Etifo the your TV so Michia Omo Amusha Anope.
Very well. You will TV so eti Anope ahwefo nyina no ejo. So constituency anyone kasa ho boko dia.
Any mamentia mi peso aso for peki bali peve tongo Michia nyina.
Very well. Anope womu nyina no ejo. So but first of all, yenti ase we are told say the appointment committee and draw a recommendation and approval womo ede by on the 4 justices obampanyi and nominate to go and serve in the Supreme Court of Ghana. Emumienu de report no entimi and capture womo for now no we know of a year the justice some time ago 2016 we were told say he became a member candidate at the New Patriotic Party, for which reason a committee no entimi money approval for the serving at the Supreme Court. Mamintio on this particular issue.
Yo, Midasi. Kanya is Parliament, your problem back. A press call.
Okay.
A press call. The news reportage is becoming too much. It's becoming one too many. This is a complete misreportage. Committee, refer an IEDMA committee. It was in respect of 4 nominees.
Exactly.
So why would a journalist say that only 2 have been approved? Even the approval, what is the meaning? Is it that the journalist doesn't understand how committees of parliament work? The appointments committee is only to make recommendations to plenary or to the House. They don't have the power to approve. It is the House that will take that decision.
Kessben.
You see, but they will communicate this and mislead the population. Say, Uncle Ban is not just parliament. Omusi konifa no na omuko benkum. Omusi shenifa no omushi benkum. It is not right. I've been so angry since yesterday. In any case, judges now you nominate you or no. All of them are superior court justices.
Exactly.
My brother, do you understand what that means?
Yes,
that
I do.
From the High Court to the
Court of Appeal to the Supreme Court.
So they are already on the bench. So if you report and put a slant, say he has been a New Patriotic Party candidate before, we have crossed that path long ago. So let the government suffer for appointing one of their political candidates as a judge. But the person is already a judge. Are you saying that the person cannot rise to a Supreme Court tomorrow? Is the argument that getting to the Supreme Court is coming early or what? So I don't see what the issue is. Time and as a High Court judge, that is why if you have issues, you can raise with the president.
Okay.
The president has already appointed the person. The person is already writing judgments and sitting over cases. Then you are saying that he shouldn't be promoted. Sometimes they are politics, but let's put politics aside. In any case, hasn't the same president appointed a regional secretary of the NPP also as a judge? Okay, so let's get back to Parliament. So it is not correct that the appointments committee has not approved of the other 2. What they have done is that by consensus means all the members of the committee agree that 2 be recommended for approval. That is by consensus. Then the same committee says that by a majority decision, they are recommending the other 2 to the House to be approved by voting.
Okay.
This is what is happening.
So it is not an outright rejection
No,
per
they
the
don't even
recommendation
have,
of the committee.
they don't even have the power to reject. You can't say you are rejecting. Oh, whose authority? What authority do you have to reject? It is the House that will make that decision. So all that the committee is saying is that we are recommending to the House that by consensus, which is
Yeah.
let us approve too. But by ballot, which can also be by a voice vote. Once a budget is
Yeah.
Yes, it was a voice vote. So we can use a voice vote to also take that decision. So that is the recommendation of the committee. It's a voluminous report, but they'll go and take a photograph of very small one paragraph already. Then they build a very misleading report on it. And say the Omakano and consists our parliament is a MPs for Akujiska. Adi ayese omunyin tunu Omakojiska and Omachinin Kofonatu. And it's such a pain for me as a member of parliament. A lot of hard work I hear. It didn't say budget, and say no, yaji budget at all. But I don't know whether people don't follow what happens in Parliament. We voted. The whole minority said no. The entire majority, they said yes. So where did we go wrong? But it's been reported that the whole Parliament have approved of the 2023 budget. In any case, the budget. This is the first stage. The second stage is the consideration of the departmental and ministerial budget.
Exactly. I know the committee levels,
A whole issues, then we come to the department by department debate on the floor and approval. That is the third stage. Last stage, NA appropriation. In fact, there's a fifth stage where you pass appropriation, the president must assent to it. These are all the budget processes. I don't think that last year, approval of the budget, the Supreme Court, he levied a year following year, this year, April, and answer a year approval 11. Was the 11 part of the budget? And
no,
yet complain now. And yet government will complain. One of the key complaints is that we are in crisis because here in minority, we delayed in approving the e-levy for them. E-levy now approve, didn't we abstain? But didn't the majority approve of it? But people are so whimsical in the way they look at some of these things and analyze things. It is journalist no one. He has completely misled everybody, and I'm happy that as Kessben FM you want to look at the issue this morning so that we put the matters in their proper perspective. And to Ms. Remeka, and yes, they have Oman Kanye.
Interesting. But a very important issue I would want us to discuss, because a justice moving from the Court of Appeal, na Yedineko Supreme Court, comes with some requirement as I say Otimi MT. As much as a Court of Appeal, a part of the Superior Court. Now the first concern, the person going there must be somebody our practicing or must be somebody our law bench so for over 15 years. And
David.
I know you're Chief Justice, but I'm just putting it to you.
Never. Also you are getting it wrong. Before you can become a Superior Court judge, you must have been at the bar, not bench, at the bar for a minimum of 15 years.
15 years, okay.
At the bar, that is as a lawyer.
Kessben.
And you will see that people like Linnea Megate, when as a lawyer, they have done more than 15 years at the bar. It is for a move we pass straight to Supreme Court, High Court, and a Court of Appeal. And my own Professor Shikote, Mensa Bonsu, all those people, they were taken straight from the bar. The Constitution allows it. Or you can also promote people through the ranks. In fact, former Chief Justice Georgina Wood, she started as a magistrate.
Kessben.
Then she got promoted to the Circuit Court. And I didn't call High Court. In fact, I think Odu High Court around 1992, under a promoting called High Court. And Oba Court of Appeal under President Kufuor around 2000, I think 2003 and 2002. Ofi Court of Appeal and Oko Supreme Court. Odu Supreme Court and Tebian and Chief Justice. So I can say. So you can also rise from the lowest level, which is the magisterial level, all the way to the Supreme Court and become a Chief Justice.
I see.
So and you can also enter at a higher level, which is people are even entering at Circuit Court or at the High Court, or even at the Court of Appeal, because some persons are appointed straight to the Court of Appeal. Unim said Dennis Ejay.
Exactly.
That is Dennis Ejay. Yes, he was appointed. He was a practitioner in Kumasi in 2009, 2010. Me a young practitioner, me go Kumasi. I'm an initial court. He was a famous lawyer in Kumasi, but he was promoted straight to Court of Appeal, and he has since been at the Court of Appeal, or no Supreme Court here. And depending on Nipana or appointed, they can decide to put you at a level, especially once you have done more than 15 years at the bar, they can decide to put you either at the High Court, at the Court of Appeal, or even at the Supreme Court. But the minimum for entering the High Court is 10 years. And then the minimum years you must serve at the bar to enter the Court of Appeal is 12 years.
Okay. Okay, that is well understood. But the question again, is what is the rationale behind the committee's referral one more at the plenary? Say the preliminary must cast a vote on the two.
Oh, I don't know. I can say there were issues. OTA vetting, there were issues. There were public issues, a lot of public opinion on some of the nominees. In the wisdom of the committee, the issues they can be. You see, when you have both, it was a committee composition. It's also partisan. We have members of the NDC, members of the NPP.
Exactly.
It's proportional. And if the members of the NDC feel strongly against some candidate, they can make that known. So you won't get them to build consensus. Consensus means yenya baako, yenya nkabom, yenya jumano. And when young kabom enfi NDC, you cannot build consensus. You can only vote. So, and I suspect say the other two are okay Justice Coons now. Also a jura committee
report, you're now chair,
That's right.
Okay.
And then Justice Gaiu, because of this politics of party politics involvement, So I suspect that those are the grounds upon which a committee needs consensus.
Okay.
So that is why they are saying that they are recommending that the House must approve of them through a vote.
So in that sense, the House, the General House, will have to determine, whether or not one will go through.
Thank you.
Okay.
And even that one, the House can say that that this is the recommendation committee in Abanayate, but the House can put aside the recommendation of the committee and say that they will approve of them by consensus. The House can do that. Sometimes the House can also say that it should approve of them by consensus. The House will say no. For consensus, approval. We shall vote on each and every one. It can also be done.
I see.
But communication must go well.
But currently, how many justices do we have at the Supreme Court?
We have 14.
14. Is that too much as a country to have?
Well, that argument, we can make that argument. I belong to the school of thought. Initially, Nunamifu said 14, say, too much.
Okay.
But Tisiano, you see, look, let me say, I have about 5 cases at the Supreme Court. 5. One about first ladies now into your emolument.
Kessben.
Exactly.
I've sued about that. Then two, okay, say President Onyani second term no, for some months while DC is now Onyomudi Adiano. He only directed said he should continue in office. And I've challenged that exercise of power to say it's unconstitutional because for somebody to be a DC, the person must go through some constitutional processes. So, and they have also challenged that. But all these cases, they've not been determined for me. I check. First ladies, missing, January, and answer February, they did 2 years.
Exactly.
It's a Supreme Court case. And there appears to be a lot of workload. And to me, I won't fault a government that will want to appoint more justices. If we are trying this year, but we also want to appoint more. If I criticize this today, tomorrow, if NDC is appointing Supreme Court judges, I cannot defend it.
Yes, but and only the major criticism people will come and then to directly criticize the appointment of such justices at the Supreme Court. The question again is that there is no upper limit. Until no president be a appointee, with me appointing number be which is something that undue influence.
No, people are talking about the reasonableness of the appointment.
Exactly.
With the appointment, the moving people to the highest court must be reasonable. So, but it appears people are saying that it is unreasonable for because so far the president has appointed about 13 or 12 of the existing 14. And to the Waken one, not just say this president alone has appointed over 16 or about 16 of the Supreme Court judges. That is the issue for people.
I see. So, before me jaw my work on menim say wo kwakoto awa adwuma so and then we are told sir plenary so ebe consider the censor motion on Ken Ofori-Atta.
Yes.
How about that?
Well, once there are two processes involved. Once we started the process, and then there was an interim step, which is to form a committee to give him a hearing. And it's our committee report, any a bit taking and ne.
Okay.
It's taking and we adopt this report now. Then the debate will proceed. Once initially the motion was moved and seconded. Then Honorable Afenomaki raised a preliminary legal issue, said there has to be, in his opinion, a committee must be formed to give Ofori-Atta a hearing in his defense. Yes, which somehow succeeded. Into a committee was formed. This committee was in a Juma. That's all in the report. But then the debate of the motion itself will now be taken.
Okay, but I'm told someone in our report, and see what are some of the recommendations?
Oh, the committee has the mandate of the committee is very simple. Even though the report is quite voluminous, it's about a 100-page report. Their recommendation is simply that we are recommending to the House to adopt this report, which is the report of the fact that they gave Ofori-Atta a hearing in his defense. So he brought whatever evidence he has. He brought them to answer to the grounds of the motion, the 7 grounds that not a motion international, to answer to them. So who report now? His 98th paragraph response now is attached, and then his other evidence are concerning the payments towards the National Cathedral, the IPP, that is the Ministry of Energy debt, and now also Tracy. All those things are also attached as evidential documents.
Okay.
Then I think one other report, a better report. Every member is supposed to have a copy. I want a copy. It is a report, any debate. It's simply to say that Ofori-Atta has been given the opportunity to answer to the motion.
Kessben.
Actually, and then we just have to look at the adoption of the report by the plenary. Then from there,
Yes.
no, the debate will come henceforth.
Then Speaker and leadership will decide how many people will debate the motion.
Okay.
How many people will contribute? Maybe 5 from each side. And as if members are so interested, it will be 10 from each side. It will depend on what leadership will agree with Speaker.
Okay.
But I suspect that it will be 5-5.
Mm. Yeah. I'm grateful for your time.
Okay.
And the Honorable Roxanne, the firm upon Amineno at the common South Day Rashimitene in the name of the NDC. And the reporter a buy and another pay yes seeking clarification. The Karaman saying